What's going on, gamers? Today, I'm going to be making a bento box. To start off, I'm making tonkatsu, which is fried pork. So I start off with some salt, some pepper. I pat it down so everything's all nice and even. And once that's done, I flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Before I fry the pork, I cover it in flour, eggs, and panko. Pour the flour in a nice open bowl and mix it around until everything's nice and flat. Crack an egg into the bowl. Then crack the other egg. And whisk everything together until it's all even. Pour the panko in another bowl. Once all the ingredients are prepared, you're finally gonna get to coat the pork. Put the pork in the flour and cover it on both sides. Try to get everything pretty even, because if it's not, it's gonna be lumpy and part of it's gonna fry differently. And then dip the freshly floured pork into the egg. Put it on both sides. You don't really want to soak it in there, just get it even on both sides. Lastly, put the pork on the panko and bread it evenly on both sides. Once you have your pork prepared, you're going to fry it in oil. I use canola oil. Going to fry it for about 3 to 5 minutes and then flip it over and fry it for another 3 to 5 minutes on that side. Ah, yes. Oil noises. Again, after you cook the pork on one side for about 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to flip it over and let it cook again on the other side. Once the pork gets all nice and crispy brown, you're going to take them out and put them on a drying rack. I don't really have one, so I just kind of put paper towels on my cutting board, which works pretty well. I tried one of the smaller pieces, very good. So 3 of them were pretty burnt, which they were still good, but the 5 on the right side, very good. Now that the tonkatsu is done, I'm gonna start preparing the onigiri, but first I need to cook my rice. I'm cooking 1 cup of sushi rice, which before I cook it, I have to wash it. I typically wash my rice around 3 to 4 times. Washing it gets the starch off, which makes the rice a little bit more sticky and just overall better quality. So always wash your rice. Since I'm using 1 cup of sushi rice, I'm going to fill the bowl with 1.5 cups of water. Now it's time to make the tamagoyaki. Egg, green onions, mirin, soy sauce, salt, sugar, more green onions. Once everything is in the bowl, you whisk it all together and hope that nothing goes wrong. And because I was not careful enough, something went wrong. To cook the tamagoyaki, I actually have a special tamagoyaki pan that I got on Amazon, which is very helpful. Cover the pan in oil, and then put a little bit of egg on to see if it starts to cook, starts to bubble. And if it does, add a little bit of the egg mixture, not the whole thing. Add a bit until it evenly covers the bottom of the pan. Once that cooks a little bit, you're going to want to fold the top part of the egg over. I had a bit of trouble with that. It was kind of hard. Fold it over and keep rolling it until you get a nice little square. Or not square, get a nice little rectangle. Once you have the first layer of egg all nice and rolled, you're going to want to oil the pan again, add some more egg, And keep repeating the process until you use all of your ingredients and you have a perfectly, absolutely stunningly rolled tamagoyaki. Haha, egg roll! By this time, the rice for your onigiri should be ready. So empty out the bowl and put it into another open bowl so you can add stuff to it. Add a little bit of rice vinegar and some salt to give it some flavor. Give it a little stabbing and then mix it around to cool it down. I'm a cheater, so instead of actually forming the onigiri by hand, I got a little onigiri mold. So I have a big one and a small one. So I just put rice in, close it with the lid, press it, and then pop it out. I didn't really have enough space to do everything on screen, so I just popped them out on my cutting board next to me. I have everything prepared now, so I just had to put everything in the bento box, which actually was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know that I had to be a Tetris pro, but I think I figured it out. Now being on the bento box, I was thinking, everything's going to go great. I have all of it done, but I just could not figure things out. Spacing's hard, and I'm clumsy. I was pretty much just trying to film everything in one go as I was cooking, but my phone is at like 10%, about to die, and I could not figure out spacing for some reason. I put the onigiri as it shows, and then realized, nope, I'm kind of brain dead. I cannot cover it. So try again. I tried to fix my mistake. I put the rice flat now, but I still can't close the other lid because the pork and the egg are too tall. I got some cool furikake for the onigiri. I want to think that's how you pronounce it, but who knows. So it's a nice little touch. I'm kind of happy with it. I got the lid closed on the onigiri, but when I looked at this one, I was like, yes, it'll totally work. Nope, no, it does not. After a lot of off-camera trying, I finally got it. Everything fits. It's all good. Got the lid on. Easy. I was happy that I was finally done putting everything together, and whenever I wanted to, I could sit down and eat the food that I made. Very nice. And then I realized I forgot the fucking sauce. For the tonkatsu sauce, you need ketchup, soy sauce, sugar, oyster sauce, and Worcester sauce. Worcester sauce. I put the sauce in this tiny container and put it in the bento box. Now we are done for sure. That was actually a really fun process. I've made each thing individually before, but never really as a whole. So now I know what to do, and I'm ready to eat. Samurais win.